Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. For everyone who's new here, my name is Ariane, and today I have a official Q&A video that I've been meaning to film for some time now. I'm still getting used to like the YouTube thing, and I'm like, this is pretty new to me, but I know I need to work on like my intro. Without further ado, I'm going to get to answering these questions. So first question is, what are your icks? So my icks, I'm just gonna do 3 to just keep it short and sweet. I don't like when people ask me a bunch of questions. It's not that I don't like being asked questions, but it's like more so like interview questions or kind of just questions that are just like, really don't know how to really explain that, but I just don't like the series of questions. Like, I don't really know how to explain it. I just don't like being asked a bunch of questions. Another ick of mine is when people do not clean up after themselves in the gyms. That is super duper annoying. If you could squat all that weight, you can unrack the weight. It's common gym courtesy. And I should probably do the things I don't like in the gym. I don't know. I should do a separate video about that. And then another thing would have to definitely be people chewing with their mouths open. Just close your mouth, okay? I don't want to see all that food flying around. Next question, what's your why? So I am a personal trainer. Originally, I did not see this for myself. I knew I was going to be doing something with the movement of the body or anything with the body, but I didn't think it was going to be personal training. But pretty much, to make a long story short, my grandma had to be the most influential person in my life, and she helped raise me, and she was very, very sickly. I didn't get the grandma that was thriving and making the cookies and stuff. Like, she would bake here and there, but like, she was always sick, like super sick, y'all. And so I remember that I was over there as a kid, and she had got a kidney transplant. I don't remember how old I was, but she had the transplant and they sent her home, and she had this tube that was pretty much flushing like all the gunk out, like the blood and all that nasty stuff. So it was literally a tube like in her body, like attached to her body, flushing everything in and out. And I remember that after she had that surgery, I would always pretend like I was her nurse or her doctor and bring her, water and snacks or anything that she needed. And I would sit there and I would watch all the stuff like being flushed in and out the body, and I was just amazed. I don't know what it was, but that just like kind of triggered something into me. Like, I really liked that. So after that, I knew I wanted to be in like the medical field. So I wanted to be a doctor. I want no parts of that. I wanted to be a pediatrician. I don't want to deal with snotty-nosed kids all day. Then, of course, I wanted to be a physical therapist. I really liked the environment of physical therapy, so I thought. And that didn't go well because of chemistry, obviously. That's a whole different story. And so once COVID hit, all of my motivation for college went down the drain, and I was just literally just trying to graduate, just trying to get my bachelor's. So got my bachelor's in science and exercise science, or Bachelor of Science in exercise science. And with that degree, without having to go back to school, I could be a personal trainer. There's 2 different ways you can become a personal trainer. You can get your degree and you spend 4 years learning all the stuff that you need to know, or you can just pay like I think it's $400 to get certified to be a personal trainer. So pretty much certification is pretty much all the stuff that you need to know to be a personal trainer, crammed into like a 3-hour exam, I believe. So like, people do take a long time to study for it. I just paid a lot of money to do it in 4 years. So pretty much that's my why, is my grandma and learning that I do like caring for people and those sorts of things. Next question is, what does a day of self-care consist of for you? So I've been lacking lately. Like, for months, I have not really had a proper self-care day in a long time. I should probably make that something that I focus on for February. I like to steam my face and do the whole face mask, and then take like an everything shower. for those of you who don't know, an everything shower is an everything shower. Shave your legs, armpits, everything. I don't like washing my hair for obvious reasons. I don't want to deal with that. But some people wash their hair and like you just exfoliate. It's an everything shower. So that I have a neck massager, and like I can use it on my neck and like my calves and stuff. So that with like a little heating pad, and then a nice little mocktail and some ice cream, like just stuff that self-care consists of, stuff that makes me feel good. And ending my night with a nice TV show. I was gonna give the genre, but I'm really into like almost all the TV shows. So yeah, that's what a self-care day would look like for me. This was a good one. What are 3 things you learned about yourself in 2023? I learned that I was a semi people pleaser, like not a complete people pleaser, but I had people pleaser tendencies. I did a lot of stuff that other people might have wanted me to do, or like what other people seen for me, and I didn't really do what Ariane wanted to do. And when I finally stepped out and did something that I wanted to do, it ended up going pretty good. That story is probably gonna come up later, but yeah, I learned that I had people pleasing tendencies. Second thing I would say is that I am an entrepreneur. I've never seen that for myself until the end of last year. I've always hated every job I worked. I never liked the job, and I just thought it was like, I didn't know what it was. I was like, girl, are you lazy? Like, why don't you want to go to work? But I would always dread going to work. It was just something about, you know, clocking in for somebody and I can't use the bathroom when I want to use the bathroom. I can't be on my phone. I can't move when I want to move, type of thing. And that just wasn't cutting it for me. So now, like, I have my own business, have my own brand, and I'm learning the ins and outs of having a business. I'm really learning the struggles and the ugly side of it. And I feel like that's necessary before you can get, like, to the beauty of being an entrepreneur. So yeah. So that's second thing. Third thing is I like content creating. I know that's something that's like really trending right now, is everyone should be an influencer. Everyone does not need to be an influencer, right? But when I say content creating, I really enjoy making videos and like putting the videos together and cutting them up and like playing around with the different fonts. And I'm getting better and better. Like when I look at the videos that I first started making, like compared to like now, my editing skills, they're not the best, but they're improving like a lot. But I've always been into, you know, like recording videos and editing them, because back when I was probably like 8, I had like a little iPod, and I would record like little movies with my cousins on iMovie, and then I would edit them. I used to make like trailers of us playing and stuff. So that's always been something that's been like in the back of my mind. I just really never stepped out and did it until now. So yeah, those will be 3 things that I learned about myself last year. Next question is background about where you're from and your experience. What has your experience been like since living in Detroit? So I am from a town of 7,500 people, 7,900 people, and it's a small hillbilly town. Okay, it's cornfields, farms. There is 1 high school, 1 middle school, 4 elementary schools. We don't have a mall. We barely have a movie theater. If we want to go to the mall, we have to drive 30 minutes, and that mall still isn't good. So if you want to go to a good mall, you're looking at like a 45 to an hour like drive. 45 minute to an hour drive. My hometown is predominantly white. So I ended up graduating from Western Michigan University, which is like 30 minutes from my hometown. So it was still in the same area. It was just a little bit bigger, but still not anything compared to Detroit. Moving to Detroit had its pros and cons. More pros, obviously. There's a lot more opportunities here. There's a lot more people here. A lot of y'all probably won't agree with me, but I feel like Detroit is a melting pot, and it's just because there's so many different races and so many different types of people here. So that's a pro. Another part I would say is just how much there is to do here. Like our date nights, we want to go downtown. Downtown Detroit has a bunch of different things. Even like the different like suburbs of Detroit have stuff like, literally go on TikTok and you look up stuff to do and it's just like a bunch of stuff pops up, and that's not something I'm used to. Cons to it would be that I'm not used to big city living. I'm not used to the freeways, and traffic was something that I really had to like get used to. Like, you can't just go like 2 miles down the road and think it's gonna be like 10-minute drive. No, you're looking probably like, it's not, it's different, okay? Yeah, besides that, I really can't complain, and I haven't even been in the area for a year yet, and I haven't really experienced like a summer here. So I'm really, really excited to see how like I grow and like the experiences that I will have here. So yeah, if I would have to rate my experience here, I would give it a solid like 7.5, 8 out of 10. So yeah. Next question is, what was your dream job as a child? My dream job as a child was to be a teacher. I had like whiteboards, dry erase markers. I had like a little overhead, and I would have my little cousin pretend like he was one of my students, and I would be talking to, like, I really thought I was gonna be a teacher. So to look back now, or like to look back and see what I'm doing now, I'm actually kind of shocked, but not really. Another question: how many siblings do you have? I have one older brother. We are 12 years apart, and yeah, pretty much, yeah, we're 12 years apart. He graduated high school when I was 6 years old, so y'all can see like that's a big gap. But yep, I just have one sibling. We're just gonna do a few more questions because I don't want this video to be super duper long. What inspired you to become a trainer? So the honest cut and dry answer would be because I didn't want to go back to school. Them 4 years of schooling not only kicked my butt like financially, but just mentally, it drained me. I always say like I wish I didn't go to school and just went like a different avenue, now that I like, when I figured out that to be a personal trainer I didn't have to go to school. But that's not originally what I wanted to do, so I mean, I couldn't have known. But my fiance always tells me that me going to school, I went to school for a reason. I had like a bunch of different skills that doesn't even pertain to my degree that I acquired through going to college. So yeah, but I've always been in athletics. I ran track my freshman year of college. I knew I wanted to be, like I said, I knew I always wanted to do something with the movement of the body, but just by me not wanting to further my education, personal training pretty much was the one thing that I could do that I had interest in doing. And I also, with being a personal trainer though, I just love the intimate connections that I have with my clients. Can you talk about how self-love and fitness have tied together for you? Self-love is loving myself from top to bottom. And with fitness, for me, is loving myself fully. And it's not even about looking good on Instagram or, oh yeah, I'm gonna drop these bikini pictures and they finna go crazy. No. For me, it's being able to not have any clothes on and look in the mirror and be like, oh yeah, you did that. And that's how it ties in for me. Just being able to see, like, as soon as I get out the shower, I literally sit in the mirror and check myself out, and I'm like, okay, yep, I see you. And when you look good, you feel good. And that's like why I do what I do in the gym, why I do the workouts that I do, because I want to look good for myself. Hope that answers your question. I should have added like some lime in there. Next question. How often do you work out? I work out 3 to 4 days a week. I'm really pushing it for 4 days a week because I'm now doing split days. But ideally 3 to 4 days a week. I just can't. I used to do 6 days a week. I just can't anymore because my workouts are like an hour and a half to 2 hours long if I'm doing content. And it's just other things that I need to be occupying my time with and not being in the gym that long. And ideally, for people that's working out and you're just doing it for the betterment of your health, you don't need to be in there 6 days a week. When did you become serious about fitness and health? I mean, I spent the last 4 years learning about exercise science. I would say back in like 2018 when I decided to major in what I majored in. But I became like super duper duper serious about it like last year. I want to say like no, probably a year ago, probably like January of 2023, because I graduated in December of 2022. So when I got my first like post-grad job, that's when I was like, okay, I'm really in charge of people's health. I'm really like telling people information and they are trusting me to be credible with the information. So that's when I really, started taking it super duper seriously and doing research outside of what I've learned in school, because health and fitness is constantly changing. The industry is never staying the same. So just keeping myself up to date with the trends that are changing and those sorts of things. I'm gonna make this one my last question. So times where you struggled with discipline and what did you do to push through? I struggle with discipline a lot, okay? But one thing that I had seen on a video, because I thought like I needed to be motivated in order to be disciplined, and that's not how it works. You need to be, it's discipline over motivation. You're not going to be motivated to go to the gym. You're not going to be motivated to go to work. You're not going to be motivated to do the things that's on like your to-do list. I keep looking over there because that's my to-do list on the board. But you have to be disciplined to get stuff done. And so when I'm struggling to be disciplined, I remind myself of all the things that I have set for myself, like the big deal, the big goals I have set for myself. I remind myself of that. And then as of like last week, I had seen my boss at the gym that I coach at, she came in to classes on Saturday last week, and her husband had brought their 2 kids, and I seen like her family, and she's currently pregnant right now, and I was just like, there's such a beautiful family, and in my head I'm like, bro, like I'm about to have my family, like my own family soon, and it was just something in me that was like, you're not about to be just doing this for you. You're about to be doing this for your family, like your husband and your unborn kids. And that's what just gave me a different push from like last week to now. Is like, I'm not doing this just for me anymore. I'm doing this for my family, like the family that I'm about to create. Oh yeah, y'all, I'm engaged, by the way. So that's why I keep saying the family I'm about to create. But it's not, like I said, it's bigger than me now. So when I do, when I am struggling with that, I just think of what I'm doing it for. And when you have that, when you have your why, you don't tend to struggle with discipline that much. So I hope that helps you, and I hope that answers your questions. Ooh, I hope this tea worked. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. This is my first Q&A video, and once we all grow and this channel grows, I will be doing more Q&A videos for you guys. I just wanted to put something out there so you guys can, get to know me just a little bit. I do plan on posting a lot more on YouTube. I do post a lot of like my shorts and like the reels that I post on Instagram and my TikToks. I typically post them on YouTube as well, but I do want to make more personal content, like more like vlogs or day in the life with me, and more like come work out with me, that's only available for you guys. And I also want to thank you guys for all of my subscribers right now. I think I'm at 130 subscribers. I've only had this page for like a month and a half, so I appreciate each and every one of you guys for subscribing. I appreciate all the likes, the comments, and yeah, I'm just so excited to see where this channel ends up at by the end of this year. So if you guys could do me a quick favor, if you already have not, can you give this video a like, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and in the comments, like, let me know some things that you guys struggle with on your fitness journey or just in life in general, and we can chat. So all that being said, that's all I have for you guys today. I will see you guys very, very soon, and thank you for tuning in. Bye.